Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you are here for our third day of Illuminate the Darkness. I am so excited. I'm so excited to be here. If you're here live, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear that you're here. I'd love to hear how it's going. Thank you for the tea, my darling. Thank you. So if you can just let me know that you're here. Oh, hi, Lisa. Hi, Trisha. Oh, thank you so much. I'm live. Yay, I'm here. Amanda, I'm so happy. So great. For some reason, my comment box, when I opened it up, it was my whole screen. I couldn't see your faces anymore. It was just like comment box. Apparently, I really want to communicate with you, which is actually pretty true. Yay, Anne and Tracy and Angela, Danielle from Montana. Where in Montana are you? I need to know because I lived in Montana. I grew up in Montana and I love Montana so much. So as you're joining, I would love to hear from you as we've been going through this experience of Illuminate the Darkness. What for you has shifted so far? Like, what have you noticed, either from like the breath work or from some of the shadow work or just being in your own journal experience, whatever it is? What are you noticing that's shifting? Because one of the things that I am so aware of is that when we are willing to, like, along the way be noticing, like, oh, actually there is something that feels different, or there is this experience that I'm noticing in myself, that what tends to happen is that we invite more and more of that experience for ourselves. So I just want to invite you to be aware of it. Like, what is it that you're noticing there? So many of you. I have more energy. I feel unstuck, being aware of negative self-talk, more present, attention inward. These are amazing. Yeah, the breathwork yesterday was really great. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, so just noticing these things. Mary says, I did not expect this, but I feel unstuck. That is so great. This is the most beautiful part of solstice, is that we don't always know what we're going to get. It's not like we can prepare for everything that's here for us, but we can engage fully and then see what the universe wants for us, to see like what might support us, right? I feel more powerful since we did that exercise where we connected to all the different selves. Amazing. Positive about life in general today. Oh my gosh, that's so good. A little lighter in this moment. I'll take it. I'll take even a little lighter. So good. I'm recovering from an injury and physically feel closer to healing. Mary, that's amazing. Oh, Khadijah, I'm so glad you're here. Thought we started at 6, but no, right now I'm so glad you checked your email. I feel open and have more spaciousness to respond to what comes next. First time since having long COVID where the energy work is coming back. You guys, this is really what I live for. I just am so happy that we have gotten to experience this so far together, and that we get to have the opportunity now to continue, right? We have one more whole day together here. And in this time, we are going to really be in our light and allow ourselves to expand that in new ways. So I'm excited for that. Melissa says the pattern of people pleasing and approval seeking I was exploring on day 1 came forward. I want to see this. I could see it so clearly, and then the breath work was really intense, and it felt like I released a lot. Yay! I hope you released a lot of the people pleasing too. I was incredibly spicy this morning. My ego was all kinds of trying to show up, and I also wasn't judgy about it. I told myself, hey, this means things are happening. Okay, I see that. I love it. That is really beautiful work done, just to notice, right? And this is so common for so many of us. So if anyone else had that too, like a feeling of like, oh wow, I was feeling so light, and then like my ego came back in and clamped down. All you have to do is realize it. That's all we're looking for here. It's just noticing, right? It's not about being perfect. It's not about the fact that it comes up, because it will come up. It will continue to come up. But when we can realize it and be like, oh, that's actually not a bad thing. It means something is shifting. Something must be shifting. Otherwise it wouldn't be happening, right? And so when you notice it, whether that was it today, or maybe it'll be tomorrow, or maybe it'll be, in a month from now when if your ego comes in, and just to say like, hey, that must be like something is happening, because otherwise my ego wouldn't be doing this kind of witchery, right? Okay. I love it. So good. Realizing how stressed I was, letting things go. I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad you're here live too, Teresa. Samantha's like, I'm not completely unstuck, but I'm definitely not as stuck. Yay. And a huge pull to work with my ancestors from Ireland and Wales. Amazing. That's so cool. I had so many weird, vivid dreams last night. I can't remember any of them, but a feeling buzzing of energy as I was lying down to sleep. I love that. I have a lot of, I love dreams. It's actually one of the parts of life that I find so fascinating. And when I get to have really vivid dreams, I'm always like inviting them more. I'm like, okay, stay, come closer. I want to know everything that's going on there. And it usually happens for me when something is really opening up. So I'm excited for you, Julie. All right. Are you all ready? Are you ready to dive in for today? Yay! Okay, well, if you have not already lit a candle, I love when you guys talk to me, that I'm like, are you ready to join? You're like, yes, I am. This is like full participation. I love it so much. I go to this dance class all the time, like 5 times a week with this dance teacher, and she's always like, you guys ready? And people are just like, and I'm like, you have to say yes. You have to say yes. I'm always the one going, yeah. She's like, Brianna, when you're not here, no one talks to me. I'm like, I'm here for it. I will talk all day long. So good. Oh, Rajni had a big dance party. I'm so glad. This is so good. Okay. Well, if you have a candle where you are, I invite you to light it as well. And we're just going to invite in that fire element of clarity and unity. And let's just give ourselves a moment here to close our eyes, to take a nice deep breath in, and let's just feel the energy of the solstice. We are right here in the energy of this portal of time. And just noticing whatever it is you notice. Maybe there's a feeling of pause. Maybe there's a feeling of openness. Maybe there's a sweet, cozy feeling, whatever it feels like to you. Just to notice the energy of solstice here. This time of long nights and short days. And just taking a deep breath here. And on your exhale, letting out a little sound. Really feeling into your body. And bringing your awareness again into your solar plexus like we did yesterday. And feeling the strength of our own power and energy residing here. And just pulling back any energy of ours that maybe has leaked out or gotten entangled since yesterday. And just a little cleanup of turning on that solar plexus magnet, pulling back all of your energy until you feel all the way full and lit, all the way on again. And notice just the difference between yesterday and today. Maybe it's easier. Maybe there's less that got out into the world or in a different timeline. Now we get to be all the way here in our power. And let's just take one more deep breath, maybe giving yourself a little squeeze if that feels good. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. So today I just want us to really talk about our light. We've been doing a lot to cultivate our light so far, where we were bringing back all of our energy, where we have looked at our shadow so that our light can really be here fully. And then we did a bunch of powerful breath work to release anything in between us and our light and allowing ourselves to be lit up from the inside. And what I notice is that even when we are all the way in our own light, when we're all the way in our own power, we still tend to have a way of withholding our own light, where we like take it and we almost like it's like my precious little thing, like what was that from? Lord of the Rings? Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Like the Lord of the Rings precious ring, but it's your energy and it is precious. It's so precious. And when we hold back our energy from being shared in the world, when we hold back not our energy exactly, but our light, our love, our like way of illuminating, we actually kind of miss a pretty important piece of us all coming together to create a world of more peace and more love for all beings. And for those of you that have been in my world for long, like like probably 1 billion times, I have led a meditation where we talk about this, where we're talking about like the piece that we here do things to shift in ourselves so that we create ripple effects of more peace and more love for all beings. And here's the thing is that like I know that so much personal development and spiritual work feels like very personal. It's just about me, but I actually think that there's like one piece that's me and then there's one piece that's us, and that they're both so important. And if we just stay in our own kind of like realm of our own energy and we don't explore, we don't share, we don't go out into the world at all, we don't support the world, we don't serve, we really do miss half of the functionality of really waking up in this life. Because to awaken on your own and then sit in a dark closet isn't going to help anyone. I know you wouldn't sit in a dark closet, but you know what I mean, right? We actually need to be out there in the world connecting. And when we withhold our light, it's often because we're just really afraid of being hurt, right? We're so afraid of being wrong, of being rejected, of losing people's approval, of people not liking us, of people liking us and then not liking us, right? Has that ever happened to any of you? Have you ever had any of those things happen where somebody didn't approve of you, where somebody liked you and then didn't like you, where somebody just didn't like you at all, where somebody like was judging you? Any of you? Yeah, all the time. Definitely all of them. Yeah. The temptation to sit in a dark closet is so strong. Yeah, all the time, right? Of course, of course. And so just to be like, every day at work for 30 years, yes, of course, this is such a part of the human experience. It's just, can we like look here and be like, it's part of the human experience that people are going to not approve of us, aren't going to like us, that we're going to get hurt. And have any of you found that if you just closed your heart off and didn't share your light enough, that you didn't get hurt? Did that actually work? Because what I notice is that we tend to do this in order to not get hurt. And then we get hurt anyway, right? We just are going to get hurt. And I almost want to be like, it's just kind of part of life. Being hurt is almost like I just want to be like, yeah, you're going to be hurt sometimes. We're all going to be hurt sometimes. I cry like all the time, right? My best friend dumped me 2 months ago and I focus on other people, not on me, because I don't want this to ever happen again, right? I have had in the last couple of years a best friend break up with me, but they didn't tell me. And it was so painful. It was so hurtful, right? It like broke my heart. But my heart was going to get broken anyway, right? Your heart is going to get broken. This is like good news, bad news. You guys are like, why did I join this stupid thing with Brianna? She's like, your heart's going to get broken. You're going to be in pain. It's part of life. But it's true. And I don't want to pretend like it's not true. And the thing that hurts more than having our heart broken is to never be open enough to have our heart broken. To never actually be open enough to get really involved and have it hurt. The cool thing is that if we keep our hearts open, is that it moves a lot faster. You still get hurt. You still get hurt. It just like doesn't stay as long, because usually what we do is we get hurt and then we clamp down and then we just hold it inside our heart so as long as we can, and then we keep it for a long time and we're in pain for a lot longer. But if our heart is really open, it kind of flows through. It's like, I'm in pain, I cry, I move on, and now I'm here, right? So when we withhold our light, we, I feel like, miss a big opportunity to live from our fullest potential. Because our fullest potential is living in our light, in our power, in our energy, in our actual, like, unique potential. And so when we think about the physical heart, right? We have this physical heart and then we have a spiritual heart. So our physical heart is so like dun 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 dun. And as it pumps blood, it isn't like, you know what? That fucking hip was a bitch yesterday. No blood for her. No. Oh, and that toe, you stabbed her. No blood for her. Oh, and that knee, because of the way that you've been walking, no blood for that either. No, the heart isn't like judging and deciding. The heart is like, it all is included. It's included. The heart pumps and it brings blood to all of the parts. It isn't judging. It isn't excluding. It isn't choosing here and there like, oh, this gets my love and this doesn't get my love. Oh, this gets my love and this doesn't get my love. And so we can be like our heart, like our physical heart in our spiritual heart, which is to say, I love. Period. I love all the parts of me, which is like one of the first rounds, right? All the parts of me, all the parts of my body, all the parts of my life, all the parts of my being, all the parts I've ever been, all the parts I will be. And then here's the tricky part. If we can learn to love all of it, all of it, right? Loving, and this means like the tricky parts, the parts of where there's people where you disagree, people that are causing harm, people that don't seem like they have really opened their hearts, right? There's so many places where we're like, oh yeah, there are places where it's challenging. Does anyone have any of those places where you're like, okay, I think about loving the world, and I'm like, but not that part of the world. I don't like that part. I don't like that part. That part's hard. That part's not what I want. That part isn't how I like it. None of you? You're like, no, the world is exactly as I want it to be. I love it so fucking much. It's the best. It's easy to love all the people and all the things in it. Yeah? No? No. Okay, some of you are like shaking your head. No, at least. No. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So some of you are like, that's a funny thought. And okay, so we're just going to kind of like do a little bit of the like understanding of like, remember when we were going into loving all of our parts and we're like, okay, I can bring love into all these parts. I can actually accept all of it. Well, it's all of us, right? There is no them doing this. I know it's so hard to really get it. It's like whatever is happening out there happens in here, and whatever happens in here happens out there. And we actually can have the opportunity to learn to love, because just like we were talking about with our parts, if we like find a piece of shadow that we don't like, what do? This is a pop quiz. What do we do when we find a piece of the shadow that we don't like? We're like, ew, 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 I don't like that part of me. I want to shove it into the bag. Do I shove it into the bag? No, we love it. Roshni wins. Very good. Yes, exactly. We give some of you are like, stuff it still. No, that's what we don't do anymore. It's okay. We'll get there. But the idea is that we want to love it, that we want to bring care to it, that we want to accept it and bring it into the wholeness. And we can feel how that shifts things in us. We felt it already. Right? As we are doing this work in day one, we can feel like, oh, if I bring love and I bring joy to and like care to this piece of me, right? It actually shifts it because I'm no longer excluding it. I'm no longer saying no to it. I'm saying, hey, oh, what's going on over here? Let me like be in a relationship with this. Let me love you. Let me care for you. And it actually is the way that we shift things in the world. Now, one little tidbit. So much of what's going on in the world today is because of ego things. Anyone notice that? Anyone notice any like big egos in our world that may be causing some challenge, right? Yes. Some of you are like, yes, there's some ego. Now, here's the thing. What have we learned about ego? We haven't gotten all the way into this in this course, but I'm going to bring it up anyways because I feel like I could just talk about these things forever. When we meet our part of our ego, we don't fight our ego like this, right? Because an ego always is like made for it. It's like made to battle. It's here to create, protect and maintain whatever it thinks it is, right? So if we go into a fight with our ego is going to win because it was made for the fight. Actually, that's like what it was made for. And so we go in, if we're going to fight, it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's like not going to win. But if we can approach our ego with lightness and love and humor and like the other aspect of the universe, it actually shifts it quite readily. And so as we look out into the world and we see things that we dislike, we may want to get like this with it, but we can learn from our own experience and our own self that doesn't usually work. What actually works is bringing like humor and lightness and like trying to like break it down that way. Side note, ego doesn't want to die. No, our ego deserves our love too. Right. And it deserves love and it also doesn't get to run the show. It doesn't get to run the show. So if we can be like our heart, or another example would be to like be like the sun. You know, the sun isn't shining in the sky and being like, sorry, not today, Kansas, right? The sun is like, I shine, you receive it. I shine. And now there may be things in the way of receiving that. There may be clouds, there may be a tree, there might be shade, but the sun isn't choosing that. The sun is like, I just shine. I just shine. If you can't receive that because you have something in the way, that's a you thing, not a me thing. I'm doing my sunshiny job. And so I often, when I come into myself and I'm playing with my own light, I'm like, am I doing my sunshiny job? Or are there places where I am withholding it? Are there places in my life that I'm withholding it, which is very common? Or are there places in the world that I'm holding it? Like withholding it? Where are these places that I say no to bringing my light to? And could I be willing? And that's just the question. It's not like, will you do it all the time? Commit right now. Except maybe kind of if you are willing to commit right now, like cool. But it's also a pretty hard thing to sustain. So instead to say, am I willing to be in the curiosity of how much light I can bring into the world, into my life, into all the parts of my being, and into my community, and then into my city, and then into my country, and then into the world? Can I just start with being curious about the willingness to do that? And when I don't feel willing, just being curious, not judging myself, but just being curious. So I'm curious for you if you are willing to just play with it. Just play with it. You don't have to even say like, yes, I'm willing to do that all the time, but just, am I willing to be curious about it? I was told my positivity was annoying. Well, yes. And people come like, for sure, there have definitely been people who called me annoying. And I was kind of like, yeah, okay. I don't care. I don't care, right? There's like, people are going to have all their stuff about you. It's like, okay, you can feel however you want about me. And this is like kind of like a side line to this too. I feel like I just want to get so deep with us today. And I know we don't have as much time as I always want, but one of the things I notice a lot is that if we like want people to perceive us in a certain way, like let's say not annoying. Anyone, like most of us are like, I don't want people to think I'm annoying, right? And yet if we change if we change our light, specifically, if we change our willingness to let our light out into the world, we are depriving the world of an experience of love because somebody thinks it's annoying. And that doesn't seem like a great exchange for me, right? I don't think it's annoying. And even if I did think it was annoying, it wouldn't matter. Yay! Hannah says, yes. I love this. My desire to rediscover my childlike wonder is huge. So good. Curious. Yes. I missed that. Yes, I try. Some hurt this year shut me down, but I am trying to let go of it. Yeah. Here's the thing is that we also can be hurt and doing this at the same time. It's almost like we can think about like how, do you guys know how dog smell works? Dogs can smell everything. And I learned Peter's cousin trains drug dogs. And we were like, how much would you have to pack around drugs in order, not for us. We're not, just so you know, we are not like smuggling drugs, but just like out of curiosity, like how much things would you have to pack around the drugs in order for the dogs not to smell it? I was like, what if we put like coffee and then dead fish and then like dirt and then, like licorice or all like the smells? And he was like, no. The dog would just smell the drugs, the coffee, the dead fish, the licorice, the mud, whatever you put, it would just smell them like layers, right? And so learning that this is how we can be too with our emotions. You don't have to just be with whatever the strongest emotion is or whatever the strongest experience is. You can say like, I'm hurt and I'm also letting my light out. I'm sad and I'm also happy. We think that we can only be one thing, but we are actually very complicated. We're like hidden drugs for dogs. That's how my analogy worked out for this. Oh, well, it's okay. The hard part is not caring. Yeah, Angela, I don't think it's about not caring either. I don't think that it's about not caring. I think it's about choosing, choosing where your care is placed. And actually caring a lot, but about the things that actually matter. You know what I mean? It's like, don't not care. Care a lot, but care about what actually matters. I ask my boyfriend every day, why are you so happy all the time? Maybe because, Leah, you're his girlfriend. That's why he's so happy all the time, I imagine. I don't have you. Yes. Okay. Just seeing if I need to answer any of the rest of these. Oh, imagine if I could treat everyone in the world the way I treat every dog I meet. That is so fair. Yes. Love it. Yes, these are so good. Okay. So we are going to do a little work of getting our light just into all of our places. And so what we're going to do, and I should have seen where I needed to put my camera for this beforehand, but I didn't. So it's going to be a little bit of a blur for a second while I set it up. But what we're going to do is a little bit of shaking. And if you haven't done shaking before, it is a Qigong technique. And we're just going to be opening ourselves up and really working our light into all of the parts of our system so that we are fully allowing our light in. Okay. So, and just a little side note, when Peter's my husband, if you don't know, when Peter and I met, we worked at the same spa together, and he taught a Qigong class, and I just got so interested in Qigong, all of a sudden, because he was teaching it. And I would just go to every class he ever taught. And it's part of the why that we got together, was that I was like, I'm just going to stalk you at your Qigong classes. But now I know how to teach it too, which is so fun. Okay, so what you're going to need to do is stand up, because you're going to need space to stand and shake. You don't need like a huge amount of room behind you, but you are going to need to be able to stand up. And we're going to see what we can do about this little. We're going to see how I can make this taller. Is that as tall as it gets? That is as tall as it gets. Okay. All right. Oh, that's not bad. You can still see me. Great. Good job, Brianna. We are congratulating me together. Yes. Okay. When he was teaching sword fighting. That's really amazing. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you, Sandra. I love it. We're so in this together. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to stand with your feet hip distance apart. So in order to get your feet hip distance apart, you might want to feel like your little bones right here, your little hip bones, and just your big toes should align with your hip bones. A lot of times when I ask people to stand hip width apart, they like to stand too wide. So you just want to have your toes lined up with your hips. And then you're going to bend your knees a little, dunk. And then you're going to just tuck your tailbone just like the tiniest bit, not like a big tuck, but just like a lining up so that your sacrum is kind of lined up directly with your spine. Okay, got it? All right, I know you can't talk to me because you're like, I'm standing away from my keyboard, Brianna. That's okay. And now you're going to just bring your awareness into your lower dantian. So your lower dantian, for those of you that don't know, if you find your belly button and you take about 3 fingers, it's usually 2 to 3 fingers, and you just put that below your belly button, there's a place right there where that's where your lower dantian is. It's right there in the middle of your body. So you find it in the front, and then you can find it in the back, and then right in the middle there, that is where your lower dantian energy center is. And this is where all of our movement is going to be coming from. And so now you're just going to imagine that your lower dantian is bouncing like a little bouncy ball. You're going to allow it to start to let you move. And now we're going to let it move a little bit more, and everything else just is loose around that place. So that means you want to let your arms go, your head go, and you're going to turn it up a little bit more. So you want to be, I should have worn not a sweater. I'm going to get hot doing this. You're going to turn it up, and we're just going to really let it shake. Now this should, at this point, look like something you wouldn't necessarily want your neighbors seeing through your window. Like, okay, this is and then you want to let it even more, like if you could turn it up even more. And you don't need it to be predictable in its pattern. So if it's really predictable, just see if you can focus more on your lower dantian and letting it just move as much as possible. And now we're going to, while we're letting the shaking happen, you're going to bring awareness to the light of your heart. And bring your attention as you continue to move into that center place in your heart. Your bright, shining heart. And you're going to let that shining love of your heart move all the way into every place that you're shaking. So really let your head go. Let your hips go. Let your knees bounce. And if you're like at a level like 2 right now, I really want you to turn it up to like a level 7. And if you're at a level 7, like, good job. Let's turn it up to like a level 9. Really letting that heart energy move into all of your bones. Like with every shake, your bones are getting strengthened by the light of your heart, until your bones are just shining. You have like a glowing skeleton. You can feel your skull glowing bright, and your jaw, your whole spine, and all of your bones. Like you could light up the night sky with your bones. And then we're gonna shake it into all of our blood, into the blood of the heart, into all of our blood vessels. And letting it just turn on all the way. Our blood is moving and it's so bright. It's glowing as it gets into all the ends of your fingertips and your toes, to the tip of your tongue. And then feeling it get into all of your lymph vessels, your lymph nodes, all of it glowing with the light of your heart, with the love of your being. And then letting it move into all of your muscles, all of the fleshy muscle, like sinews and tendons and ligaments, and getting it all lit up. Feel so strong in your muscles as they're glowing bright with your heart energy. And then all of your organs are turning on. They're all so bright and shiny, lit up with this energy from your heart. And then shaking it now just into all of the cells. Like if you can get yourself to a level 10, we're not going to be here for very long at level 10. So really go for it. Like what else can let go? Let go of your head. Shake it further, like really moving it into every cell. Imagine that you're aiming that light into the center of every cell. And we're going to go for just like 10 more seconds really hard here, getting it into all the pieces. And stop. And allow yourself to just be in the stillness and the openness. Feeling that light coursing through you, through your whole system. And then feel that light energy of your heart radiating out into the whole room that you're in. And then into the whole building that you're in. And imagine that if somebody was up in space right now, they would look down and they would see all these bright lights, these incredibly lit buildings. And then spreading that light into your whole town, to all of the people and places, the animals. And then letting that loving energy flow all the way into the whole state or province that you're in. Even the hard to love places, finding its ways into the dark corners, under the rugs, into the hearts of all those that need a reminder, and all those that are already on board. And then spreading that love through our whole country, your whole country to your whole continent. And then moving it through the whole world, to the deepest parts of the ocean, to the highest parts of the mountains, to all of the animals and the waters, the air and the earth, the people, the plants. And now imagine that if somebody was from outer space, they would just see the whole earth glowing. Glowing with this bright, loving energy. And then letting that move from this planet to the furthest reaches of the universe you can imagine. Knowing that there is no end to the energy of love. There's always more. There's always more. You are a generator of love. You are the generator of light. You are the generator. We are the generators. There's no end. There's no shortage. There's enough. And then just imagine that all of the places that you brought that loving energy to, took a deep breath and just received at the deepest possible level for whomever and whatever received it. And bringing your hands to that heart center, that power center, that great includer in love. And honoring yourself for doing this work. And when you feel ready, I invite you to come back into sitting with me. Or you can stay standing. There's no need to sit if you don't want to. You could keep standing if you want to. So now very close to me. There we go. How was that for all of you? Were you able to experience yourself really expanding that heart energy? Kalila, is there a modification for this for a bad knees? You could really do it sitting from your lower dantian. You might not get as much shake, but you definitely can, Kalila. Do you keep your lower body grounded, or are you jumping? My feet are staying on the ground. Yeah. Ooh, bouncing on a ball. That would be great for bad knees. So smart. This is why we have community. Oh, Leah, of course. Yes, come back for the other 2 sessions. So this feeling of openness, of light on, of I get to create this in this world. I actually am the light, right? I actually am that. If you were to live from this place, what do you think would be different in your life? What do you think would shift? What do you think would be different if you lived from this place? Oh, Mary, that's so sweet. Everything would change. Yeah, less pain, more hope. I think it would shift everything. I'd be more productive. I'd be fearless. Work and relationships would change. I would be unstoppable. I would have ease. Okay, so I just want to bring to you that this was 3 days of 2 hours of being together, even an hour and a half usually, of being together that actually created this for you. And it's not like I did anything, you did this. It's all in you. It's all in your experience to create. So I really want for you to remember your power here. You are the light in the darkness. There's no one else. I mean, there's all of us and everyone else. But in your life, it is you. It is you that gets to create it. It's you that gets to bring it. It's you, right? And so you get to choose this, and you get to choose it every day if you want to. And so without feeling like there's, I don't know, I feel like there's a real use in committing to this energy, because just experiencing it and letting it go can often feel like we just had kind of a peak experience together of remembering our power and our light and our love. But when we say like, okay, actually, how would I want to do this? How would I actually want to do this in the world? So I want you to take a moment and just write down 3 things that you can do from this place. And I really want them to be specific. Like you could see them on your schedule and do something. Like one of mine actually this week was at the top of every week. My schedule every week this week was really appreciate Peter and express it. And Peter is like the most amazing husband. And sometimes I don't, with like in the midst of like running businesses and having kids and running a life together, I don't always say like, I'm so grateful for you. I often say like, did you get the bread? You know? And so I was like, that is something I really want to do. I really want to express appreciation for him every day. And today he said to me, he doesn't know that it is on my schedule, by the way. Today he said to me, you know, when you tell me how much you appreciate me, it feels like I can do anything in the world. And I was like, wow, that took 4 days of me just expressing my appreciation to change his feeling. And I was like, that is the power that we have. To be like, I'm just going to be more attentive to my own love and expressing it. And I was like, I'm doing this for me, not for him, but because I was like, I really want to be in the awareness of my appreciation. And then he experienced like, oh, I can do anything. I was like, so things like that. So take your time to write your 3 things. The 3 things that, what are the 3 things we should come up with? 3 things that you can do from this place of love, of your own light, of your own power. Oh, Kadisha's like, I'm going to do that with my husband too. I love it. It's amazing what happens. It's amazing. And when you're done, if you want to, you can put 1 or 2 or 3 of them. And I guess I'm asking if you put them in you don't have to commit to anything. You are a free agent. You get to do what you want. And if you feel like you would like to really commit to it, then I ask for you to put it in the comments. So that I can like witness you and hold like this is happening. And if you're like, I'm not sure, then just wait until you feel ready to like commit to it. Going on a walk every day, even around the block. I love that. Extend patience and grace in moments of frustration. Amazing. Charlie, is there somebody in particular that you feel like you get frustrated the most with? Because I would make it I would like narrow it down to be like kind of specific so that you have it in your awareness when you're with them, right? Because sometimes otherwise it can feel a little bit more vague. You don't even have to tell me who it is, but that might be helpful if that feels good. I think I'm on my boyfriend's grateful list. Oh, that's so sweet. Lead with love. Okay, Fallon, in what way? So these are like, so it's so beautiful, but like, what does that actually mean? Does that mean like sharing more? Does it mean listening more? What does it mean in that way? I can treat others out of a place of love when I have a client. Yay, I love that. Send love to my family once a week. Go back to doing Qigong every morning. Angela, I love that for you. Yeah, you're so welcome. Respond to hard things in home and work. text my friends just to tell them I'm thinking of them. Oh, Lisa, that's so nice. I love that. I love it when people send me messages to tell me they're thinking about me. I love it. I'm a sucker for that. One thing I will commit to is sending my aunt, who is homebound in another state, a card and letter once a month. Oh, that's so sweet. Reach out to loved ones, work on living my wildlife. I love that. These are so good. I love it. Be present with my kids each day, watch sunrises. So good. Yes. These are so good. Oh, yay. Okay. Make space to honor this wild and weird time of year with others who are feeling that way as well. Amazing. So good. Morning ritual for waking moment to out the door. I love that. Morning alignment practices. For those of you that, if anyone wants a new morning practice, or you're feeling like you would like to go deeper in your morning practice, we have this really cool quiz that I created called, it's like your Sacred Daily Practice quiz, and it's free. And it gives you your own sacred daily practice based on how you answer the questions. It is not a light quiz. Some people are like, this is so many questions. I'm like, I had to ask so many questions in order to know what you would want for your life. So, it is what it is. But if you're actually really into it, you might really love doing that, because it gives you a daily practice and kind of like really walks you through how to build it for yourself. I was really proud of making it. I think it's really beautiful. And Dylan just put it in the links right there for you. So you can put it again. These are so good. I will fill out my dream book and planner and bathe those ideas and plans in loving intention and gentleness as I move through the year. And I love it. So good. These are so good. Okay. I love getting to just feel into what actions you're going to take. And I'm hoping that it feels like empowered and exciting, right? So often I think that we can get into a place of like, oh, I guess I'll do the thing, right? But it's actually like, you get to do a thing, and that thing is so amazing. And as we move into a space of like, as the days get lighter and lighter after tomorrow, it will like build that light in ourselves as well. It's like we come to the center and now we get to build. And I just think that that is so beautiful. Okay. Would you mind clarifying the breath work? It mentions 108. Do I hold my breath for 108 seconds or repeat 108 times? Oh, you mean in the Sacred Daily Practice, Charlie? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Okay. I can see you. So you nodding worked for me. Yes, it is 108 times. So you don't hold your breath for 108 seconds. You breathe with each bead, or you could just do 108 times. So you breathe in and out for each breath. So one breath would be like, that'd be one, that'd be two, that'd be three, right? So that's what you're doing 108 times. Make sense? Yeah, great. And just so any of you know, if you ever have a question about your Sacred Daily Practice, you can message me on Instagram. Sometimes people email me and I feel bad for them because I have too many emails and I don't respond to them. I'm so sorry. It's too many things. It's like, I can't get through my whole email inbox, but I do respond to Instagram messages. I'm very good at that. So if you ever have a question about anything, really, like your daily practice, anything that came up here, I'm really here for you. So feel free to message me there. Because it's like I like do it for fun, and then I get tricked into helping people. Just kidding. It's not a trick. I really do like helping people. It's fun. Okay. So I just am grateful for you for being present with me for these 3 days. It's been really amazing. And I also know that as we like do things like this, a lot of times, like we then kind of like, we're about to be in holidays. I mean, tomorrow's the last day of Hanukkah. We have solstice tomorrow for those of you that celebrate Christmas. Christmas is soon, right? And it can be hard to hold this as you go. And I just want to give you as many opportunities kind of like sink in again to remember. And so there are a few things that we have going on this year. If you want to like be held in a way of remembering this, that I think will be really supportive. But before I share those things with you, I also want to say that I told you, remember on day 1 when I said, if you come live every single day, then you'll be entered to win this prize of the moon calendar and the dream book and a crystal and one other thing that I all of a sudden can't remember, but it's really cool. It's okay. I have them all and I will mail them to you and I'll write you a little note. So if you've been here all 3 days, you're going to be entered to win that prize, and it will be announced in the email that will come out later, because I will know who won then. So just if you stick around to the end, I'm going to say like, have you been here? And then you're going to tell me. And then Dylan is going to take screenshots of you saying, I was here all 3 days. And then that is how we're going to do it, because we are so high tech. We are so high tech. I'm just kidding. There was actually a really high tech way of doing it that Dylan figured out. And I was like, that's complicated. Let's just make people say things and screenshot it. And she was like, okay. Because I am low tech. I am low tech. I wish that was true. I actually am kind of high tech, accidentally high tech girl. So there are 2 things I want to invite you into. One of those things is Root to Rise. And I know that some of you have already signed up for Root to Rise, but it is a 5-day experience that we're doing the 5 days leading up to New Year's. So it's really soon. We could hang out again so soon. You really could do it any time, Root to Rise, but I just think it's really useful to get a little grounded momentum moving right before we get into the new year. And also, don't you just kind of think that time of year is like kind of like this, like it has this very liminal feeling to it to me. I kind of like it. I kind of feel like I don't know where to put my hands, but I don't mind. I'm like into it. And so this experience of Root to Rise is there to like use that energy of like, we're in a liminal space. Let's do something. Let's like really root into what matters. Let's get ourselves stabilized. And then let's move into a place of momentum that actually is meaningful and sustainable for us. And so it's about 15 minutes a day. I just recorded them all. The first one is actually 25 minutes. So I lie on the sales page. I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was lying until then I made it. And I was like, the first day is 25 minutes. I'm so sorry. Anyway, pretend like you don't know that and just think that it's going to be 15 minutes a day. And then the first day is just a little long. So fine. But it's 15 minutes a day and it is $50 to join. So it's really affordable, and you can do it any time of the day. So each day you'll be released the practice that I run you through, some journal prompts, and you can do it anytime that day so that you're not having to be anywhere at a specific time. Because I also know during this time of year, that can be really hard with kids home or visiting family or whatever you might be doing. So if you are interested in joining Root to Rise, I really encourage you to. It is, again, $50. And before you do, so don't click that link quite yet, because before you do, if you join this other thing, you get Root to Rise for free. So probably my most popular course is called Awake and Abundant. And it is really about learning to create abundance in your life, and abundance on all levels, from a place of really being aligned with your values, being aligned with what matters to you, and to actually open up the channels for abundance, not just like about money for money's sake. But we also need money, right? So we love money. We want more of that to flow into the lives of humans that are doing amazing things in the world and that are awake and have their hearts on and open. And so that is why I created Awake and Abundant. It is a 9-week course, and we have 2 live Q&As and a really beautiful community that you get to be part of. And when you join Awake and Abundant, you will get Root to Rise for free. And so this course, what I find is that most of the people that go through this course and many of my other courses are like, that course actually really changed my life. I had so many people that have done it that are like, can't wait to come back in and do it again. I actually had somebody email me just like a week ago being like, when are you going to run that again? Because I did it once and I want to do it again. It really helps move us from scarcity into abundance while continuing to care for our nervous system and support our energy. It stops us from creating from a really pressured place or for being in fear or like trying to like keep up with the Joneses. And instead we really work to create trust and receptivity and like an onness for abundance in your energy and your body. And it really is about building a life that responds to you. There's like a very clear structural reorientation that is needed. We do some mindset stuff, but a huge amount of it is about the energy of it. Is Awaken Abundant the same as Stewards of Wealth? It is. So we actually named it Awaken Abundant first, and then we changed it to Stewards of Wealth, and now I changed it back because I like Awaken Abundant better. Who knows why? Because I just changed my mind. So what is the time commitment per week? I would say it's about an hour and a half per week for Awaken Abundant. And it is on the modules you will get them recorded. So you'll be able to go through it kind of anytime you want to during the week. I just really encourage you then to come live to the Q&A. If you can't come live, that's okay. You can send me your questions beforehand. But I do think that when money stuff, abundance stuff brings up all sorts of stuff, right? And it can get a little wild in there. And so I feel like it's really useful to have some time where we can work on your specific stuff. When I was little, I always said Pacific instead of specific. I also always got accidentally and on purpose mixed up. And so I'd break something and I'd be like, I did it on purpose. And my family still makes fun of me to this day. Stewards of Wealth is amazing. Oh, I'm so glad. How does it differ from dreaming and planning? It is, Sandra, it is so different. It is like entirely different content. So dreaming and planning, for those of you that don't know, goes along with our dream book and planner. And it's a 9-week course about getting a goal. So it works through things like procrastination or self-sabotage or not being able to, it's basically learning how to set and get a goal and working through like time management and all those things. And it's an amazing course. If you need help with that, I actually really recommend that course too, of course, because I made it. And it's really great. But Awaken Abundant is much more, we're working at kind of a deeper level and very focused on abundance. And it's not only about like money abundance, though I think a lot of us, that's like what we're aiming for. But it's like I've had people who definitely did not need support with money abundance, but took it because they wanted more abundance of feeling free, of joy, of relationships, of friendships, of community. So we're talking about abundance on all levels, and it can be really supportive for all of them. But I think specifically, a lot of people take it because they are wanting to have more abundance in their life. And Awaken Abundant right now for the next 48 hours. It's actually a little longer than 48 hours because it's until Tuesday at midnight? No, Monday at midnight. Monday at midnight? Dylan, I'm looking at her. She's nodding. Okay, yeah. Monday at midnight, it is 50% off because it is my solstice gift to you. And there's a really amazing payment plan. It is, first of all, I like lowered the price from where it was before because I'm just like in a new world of being like, I actually want more people to be able to access this. And then for the next really ends up being like 55 hours, which is a weird thing to say, but 55 hours or so, it is 50% off for you. So you will be able to go to the link that I think that Dylan put up above, but maybe she'll put it again. And that link will get you 50% off of Awaken Abundant until midnight. And when you join, you will also get Root to Rise. If you've already joined Root to Rise because you're amazing, then you can give the other Root to Rise to a friend. So you can give it to your mother, your brother, your cousin, your best friend, your coworker, whoever you think needs to Root to Rise, which should be pretty much everyone. So don't worry if you're like, but I already paid for that. That's okay. We'll just give it to somebody else who can be your solstice gift to them. So does anyone have any questions about Awaken Abundant before I move along? Or Root to Rise, either one of those? I feel like this is our way of really staying connected and in the work. I was going to say it's my favorite program that I've ever created. It's not true. I really like all of my programs equally. I can love them all. I have like a son heart for all of them. I don't withhold my love from any of them. But it is a really impactful course. And I know that so many people that have done it had such an amazing experience. And if you're here and you've done it before, if you want to share anything that happened for you in the comments, you're welcome to. What day of the week does it email and start? It starts on January 19th, which is a Monday. So it is January 19th that you'll get the portal will open. So you have this portal where you have all of the coursework in it. You get a really beautiful workbook in it. And then you also are able to be in the community. So we have community prompts for you to answer to, because it really is like a lot of reflection and support. And so you get to be in the community, which is all held on Telegram. And then we also will have those 2 live calls. And the 2 live calls are on February 19th and March 19th. Do you like that everything was on the 19th? I really liked it. I was like, wow, that just like worked out very well with my schedule. It's so fun. I'm joining. Yay, Rajni, I'm so excited. So great. Can we get the actual dates and times? Yeah. So the times for the lives, you absolutely can. They are on that sales page that you have right there, but it is February 19th and March 19th. I don't remember at what time, but maybe Dylan does, and she'll put it in the comments for us. She's nodding to me. Yes. I had the biggest mindset shifts ever in this course. Khadijah, that's amazing. Can you tell us what they were? I'm like, well, now I just want to know for myself, but that's so cool. Is the link cost representing the half or the whole? Oh, I don't know. The one that has the link that says Solstice Gift 50, the one that's right above, should have so it's normally $9.97 or 10 payments of $108. So you could make 10 payments of $108, or you could pay $9.97 for the like one-time pay in full. And so then if you go to that link, it should look at like half of that, which I'm not going to, for $48.50, right? Yeah, and then $54 a month. Does the second week cost happen that 119, or is every week between now and whenever 9 weeks ends? It will. So it would just automatically go like now and then every week for 9 weeks. If you needed us to change that for you, if you were like, I can pay one payment now and then can we do the rest of the payments later, you can just email us. We probably won't be able to get back to you until Monday, but that's still within the sale time, and we can get that set up for you. We could get you links for that, so it would be a little different. Is that right, Dylan? I'm just looking at you to like nod or shake your head at me. Yeah. Okay, great. Can I get to your link to your current login page? I still have Kartra link in my saved ones and can't find the link to the new Sam cart to see what classes I already have. Julie, absolutely. Just email us at did I say at the Dragon Tree before? Because I didn't mean to. info@briannaborton.com, and we will get you that. So if you need anything, if you ever lose your login, just email us. We can get it set up for you. Okay. So Thursday, February 19th at noon, that can't be right, because it says 11 a.m. Pacific time and 11 a.m. Mountain time. I wonder if we have that wrong on our thing, but it looks like it should be 10 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Mountain time, because the rest of them are the same. And then on Thursday, the 19th at 2 p.m. Mountain time. Does that make sense? And also that 1 Pacific time must be wrong, Dylan, just so we get that right. It's too much to type out, says Khadijah, but I learned a much bigger definition of manifesting and like what it meant to be in the flow of abundance and stay there, and how to clear up my channels to abundance so that I wasn't blocking what I said I wanted. Amazing. Absolutely blew my mind. And like, I can't unknow that way now. Like, I can't go backwards because it totally rewired my brain to, if that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. That's the whole goal, the whole thing. That makes me really happy, Khadijah. I feel like that was like the biggest solstice gift to me, just to be able to read that from you. Thank you. That is the whole goal, is to really work in a way of, I don't almost call it like, I don't want to say like real manifestation, because that sounds like I'm judging other ways of manifestation, but I would just say functional manifestation. Let's call it that. Functional manifestation. That really works and really redoes your way of thinking. So that is really cool. So if it feels like a yes to you, we've tried to make it as easy as possible to say yes in the next little bit here. It's hugely discounted. We created a really beautiful payment plan for you. I would love to hang out with you. I'd also love to hang out with you in Root to Rise. I'd love to hang out with you in both. I would like to hang out with you forever in any way that we possibly can, because I think that our ability to be together in the energy of it, I feel like makes a really big difference. And we just get to do it. We get to do it. So if you're going to join me, let me know, because I like to know. If you've been here, before we wrap up, if you have been here, Dylan, are you ready to take screenshots? I'm like, my high-tech way of seeing who's going to win. And if you say you've been here all the time, I will know if it's true. Because I pretty much know who is here. But I also know that you would never lie to me, because we are best friends. I know you wouldn't lie to me. Okay, so if you're ready and you've been here live all 3 days, I just want you to say, I've been here live all 3 days. And we are just going to, we don't even have to screenshot it because we get the comments later. Very clever. So it's okay. I've been here all 3 sessions. Yes, you have. I have seen you. I have seen you. Okay. Yes. So many of you. Okay. Awesome. I know it's also hard to get here live all of the days. So those of you that have watched it on replay, I also love you. I'm so grateful for you. Like it takes a lot of energy to like get yourself to watch a replay of the thing too. I just want to say that because I know that it's meaningful and it makes a big difference, and that you're so amazing as well. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I also just like it when there are people here for me to talk to. So that's why I'm rewarding that action. Julie, I'm a replay girl. I love it. So good. So good. You're all amazing. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I have also been here all 3 days, but I'm not going to give myself the present because I already have a moon calendar. But if you don't win and you still need a moon calendar, if you haven't seen Peter's moon calendar yet, it is so beautiful. So for those of you that don't know, I know I already mentioned him before, but Peter is my husband. He's amazing. We were on a trip earlier this fall together, and we were in Asheville. Have you been to Asheville? If you live in Asheville, I'm like kind of jealous. It is so beautiful. I love Asheville so much. And there's just art everywhere. I'm like, this place is like exploded with art. It is amazing. And Peter turned to me and he said, I think I just want to do art with my life. And I was like, that's amazing. You definitely should do that, but you need to make things that I can sell. And so he was like, okay. And so he was like, and so then we were talking about what it could possibly be. And he was like, I think I want to make a moon calendar. And so he made this moon calendar by hand, like the whole thing is hand painted. And then he made a screen of it, like to screen print them. And so every single one of them is screen printed by Peter by hand. He like sings into them and like says mantras, and then he signs each one for you. And then he packages them up. I know we probably should hire somebody to do that part, but that's okay. He likes it. He just loves like the whole, like, I'm giving a gift to these people. And so then somebody wrote a really nice review about it, and Peter like screenshot it and like put it on his phone in the background because he was just so happy that people are loving it. So it really does make a big difference to us when people share and like say if they like what we've created. So yeah, the moon calendar is so beautiful. I love it so much. So I also love how many of you just booked a flight to Asheville last night, and that's amazing. You're gonna love it. Have you been there before? I'm obsessed. I'm actually obsessed with Asheville. If I didn't have friends in Boulder, I would move to Asheville. But they're so nice. They're keeping me here. It's so unfair, but it's also amazing. Someday maybe we will all move together to Asheville. Tomorrow for forest bathing for Solstice. You all. Asheville is very cool. I'm sure there are other cool places too. So if any of you know of other cool places in the United States that I should visit, let me know on Instagram because that's the only place I ever talk to anyone. Okay, I will. I love you all. Is there anything you recommend we do during the actual solstice? I do. So I saw this thing on, I think you should do whatever you want to do and just be in the light. I'm going to tell you 3 things that we do as a family to see, and you can do any of them or none of them. One thing that we do is we always make a fire outside, and we just like play music around the fire, and it's dark, and so we're just like celebrating the fire. If it is raining or snowing, usually we'll do it inside, but most of the time it's not, so we do it outside. Then another thing that I do with my kids, so if you have kids, this is something I really recommend, is that we take those little like lights, rechargeable lights, and we turn them on and we hide them throughout the whole house. And then our kids have to find the light. And so the whole idea is like they're finding the light in the darkness. And as they're finding the light in the darkness, they're like remembering the light in themselves. And so then once they've gathered all the light back, we talk about like all of the light that they've gathered in themselves and all of the light that they are to have to share in the world. And then they always want to do it for us too. So that is the other thing that we do. And then the third thing that we do is that on solstice, we write down 12 things that we want in the new year. 12 like wishes, goals, dreams, intentions. Not things like one time my daughter wrote, I want to fly. And I was like, it has to be something that you could do. So within the realm of normal, I actually let her keep it because I was like, I don't know. Who am I to say you can't fly? But for you, if it felt out of realm, you might choose to keep things within a realm. And so you write down 12 of them, and I put them in. I'll show you our little thing because I have it right here because I was going to bring it downstairs. So I put it in this thing. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, and then it has this little candle. So amazing. So I put mine in here, and my kids have their own little bowls. And then every day between now and New Year's, we take one without looking at it because they're all like folded up and put in there. So we take them, we write them down, we cut them up, we put them in there. And then every day we take one out and we burn it without knowing what it is. We don't look at it. You just burn it. And you just burn it and release it. And then on New Year's, there's one left. And the one that's left, that is our job. The rest of it is the universe's job. And so we're like, the universe will take care of everything else. This one thing is what I am going to put my attention and my energy towards. And it's so fun because you don't know what it's going to be. It could be flying, which my daughter, I have a feeling sometimes she writes down flying like at least 5 times because she really wants to fly. She's 11 and I'm like with it. I really get it. So those are the things that we do on solstice. And then we always make cinnamon rolls, which I highly recommend just because cinnamon rolls are so good and you should have them on solstice. Can you pick up a moon calendar at the spa in Portland? Yes, Mary, you can. Peter just sent them more 2 days ago. So I don't know if they've arrived there yet. If they haven't arrived, then I would just wait a few days, but they'll be there shortly. And you can also get them online if you want to. Amazing skydiving or hang gliding or bungee in her future. Oh, for sure. Except that she's not that, like, she doesn't like roller coasters. I don't know. She just wants to fly. I'm like, kind of seems like a roller coaster is kind of as close as we're going to get. But no. How old were they when you started doing that? I mean, my kids are 7 years apart. So Phoenix was probably like 12 when we started doing that one. But we've hid the lights for them since forever, since they were able to walk. Where did I get that bowl? I got it as a gift from my friends. It's made by this artist in Boulder. Amanda, if you are like, I really want one, I could find out her name. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But she's amazing. I met her at a party and she was very lovely. Maybe she will be a pilot. How do you receive the replay of day 1? You will get it right after this. We actually will send you an email with all of the replays. So you'll get today's replay and all of them because we know people misplace the other ones. I also really love how much you guys are like, we're going to figure out a way for Sailor to fly. I feel like we just started a brainstorming session about like, okay, this girl really needs to fly. And I couldn't love you more. It's so sweet. I don't even know what it's called. I call it a ceremonial bowl, Amanda. Message me on Instagram. I'll get it for you. I'll like get you the link from my friend who bought it for me for my birthday. Okay. You will have access to the replays until the 1st of the year. Yes. You guys are amazing. This is really one of the sweetest things I've ever experienced. So before we wrap up together, let's just take a moment to kind of like come back into a moment of just sweet gratitude. And I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes if that feels good to you. And just bringing your hands to your heart. Just taking a moment here to really honor your own effort and engagement, your own power and light. I feel so incredibly grateful for you. If we can just bring our gratitude to the ability to do this work, to remember our power. And if you have any level of willingness to commit to moving in the world from your purest light, I encourage you to commit to it internally here. I commit to living from my light, from my love into the world, trusting that it will be uncomfortable and challenging and worth it. And another deep breath here. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for being here. I am really so grateful for you. We are so lucky. We are so lucky that we get to do this together. I will never take it for granted that you arrive, that you come, that you show up, that you do this work. It is astounding to me every single time that we're not alone. We're not alone. We are together. You are amazing. I love you so much. I can't wait to be with you in Root to Rise. I can't wait to be with you in Awaken Abundant. If you end up with any questions, well, you know how, if you want to ask me specific questions, you know how to do that now. But if you have questions for my team, you can always email us at info@briannaborton.com. I love you so much. Take amazing care of yourself. Bye.